How will Caleb Love fit in Michigan?
All right, so the news today, Caleb Love, Carolina guard, is headed to Michigan to presumably finish his career, although I do believe he has 2 years of eligibility remaining. So we'll see what Caleb Love does once he gets with the Wolverines. When he left, I said, good for Caleb Love, good for Carolina. I thought he would go to Missouri, which I think we'll get to here in a second, but because he's from St. Louis, figured he'd go back closer to home, probably get an SEC-type NIL deal. Instead, it's Michigan that comes up with the better NIL deal. But Juwan Howard, how do you see this working, Mark? Caleb Love can be a streaky shooter. Juwan Howard has shown a little bit of a fiery side last 2 years in particular with the Wolverines. So good fit, good move, bad move. What do you see for Caleb Love here?
Yeah, it's never bad to add scoring when the game is basketball, putting the ball in the hoop. So Michigan's
he was Carolina's leading scorer last year, which a lot of people don't realize. But yes,
Michigan's third transfer addition this offseason, and the Wolverines have to get back into the tournament. And I'm not talking about the NIT, the NCAA tournament. Get back to prominence with Juwan Howard, who's done a decent job since taking over for John Beilein as well, but got to get back to the tournament.
He's done a better job in the regular season than he has in the postseason.
Yeah. So, look, when you're adding scoring, I can't help but wonder, though. It's like, how will Caleb Love be remembered in retrospect? How should he be remembered?
At Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, he should be remembered positively. The shot that he made at the Final Four is one of the best shots in NCAA tournament history. It's one of the best shots even in Carolina's history, which is really, really, really saying a lot. But you could argue it is the biggest shot in school history. You can make the argument at least.
He ended K's career. 42 seasons at Duke in the Final Four, no less. You could call him the K Slayer because of the shot that he made and how historic that was. So,
and also his first 2 years at Carolina, he played really well in almost all games against Duke. And
you can't help but wonder, how does North Carolina fill that scoring void that he now leaves? Because, okay, if Michigan has success, or if, is he going to end up being the scapegoat? And I don't think that's fair, given all the problems that the Tar Heels had this past season. But these are conversations we're going to have in the coming months. And Joe, I can't help but wonder too, when in November, battle for Atlantis, North Carolina, Michigan.
Both there.
I'll be carving leftover turkey, a little bit of stuffing, maybe some mashed potatoes, and I'll be on my couch. You could have North Carolina and Michigan going head-to-head. How epic that would be come November. In
fairness to Juwan Howard now, first year was the pandemic, tournament canceled, but he was 19-12. They were in position to make the tournament. 23-5 that next year. They were first regular season Big Ten, ended up going to the Elite Eight, Sweet 16 team in 22. This is the year they missed the tournament, go to the NIT, and he made some strange comments about the NIT that seemed like thinly veiled shots at Carolina. But you're right. I think the most interesting part about this is these two teams will see each other, or they'll be together at least. Hopefully, the people who run this tournament will put them together so we get to see them. But also, I think you're right. When you could score, that travels. How will Juwan Howard handle Love's inconsistencies, and can Love shorten some of the highs and lows and be a little bit more consistent in his first year at Michigan?
Were you surprised at all that he didn't go pro?
I was surprised last year after his performance in the NCAA tournament that he didn't go pro. I understood why he didn't, because he had the opportunity to make NIL money, come back to Carolina. They had a chance to win the national championship. I get that. But at the time, I thought, you're a bigger guard. You have a chance. You're not RJ Davis, who, as we know, is back at Carolina for this season. I just thought maybe he was not hitting the irons while they were hot. So we'll see how he ends up, what he ends up doing at Michigan.
Yeah, you can't help but wonder, is he remembered differently if he does go pro after the title run?
For sure. There's no doubt about that.